Hi everyone. The story of this motorcycle begins with tradition. At Thunderbike, we continue to honor the spirit of the past while shaping the machines of today. We cherish the legendary twin cam, and for those who dream of an authentic bobber style, we can bring that vision to life. While the rest of the world races forward, chasing trends and innovations, we remain true to our roots. The Harley-Davidson Softail Slim was one of those timeless models that carried the torch proudly at the end of the twin-cam era. With its 103 cubic inch big twin engine, it offered riders a powerful introduction into the big league of Harley-Davidson motorcycles. The Slim stood out with its purity, no unnecessary frills, no extra ornaments, just a machine that spoke the language of classic lines and raw character. It was unmistakably Harley, crafted in the spirit of the 1950s bobbers. The design echoed that golden age with its wide fork, rounded headlight, and the unmistakable 16-inch balloon tires. Even the seat was a simple solo saddle, underlining its stripped-back nature. This purity also made the Slim accessible in price, but more importantly, it became a perfect foundation for personalization. Many riders chose it as the canvas for their own visions, transforming it into something unique, while never losing the original soul that Harley had built into it. And now, with Thunderbike's touch, this heritage lives on, reborn in the custom creation we call Simple Slim. Harley-Davidson had already fitted the Slim with a rear fender that could be interpreted as a bobber tail. It looked as though it had been cut off, like a dog's tail, and it was precisely this stylistic element that had given the bobber its name. However, the fender was mounted high up on sturdy struts above a 16-inch wheel that appeared to disappear into thin air. You can do better than that today. And, of course, we have the perfect solution. The Simple Slim is not the first Harley we have fitted with a swinging rear fender. It sits close to the rear wheel at a consistent distance, giving a motorcycle that rigid frame look which defines a bobber. With a flying bob, we now have a rear fender that bikers can easily screw on themselves. However, in the case of the Simple Slim, we opted for custom work once again. As well as the fender, the customer wanted 180mm tires at the rear and an extravagant strut guide. We also recommended a new license plate holder to ensure the new rear design wouldn't disappear behind a cake plate. We also recommended a swinging saddle in front of the fender, which was necessary for such a conversion anyway. For us, converting a bike is a labor of love, and it's a job we're still passionate about. The result speaks for itself: our side license plate holder, the inside license plate and swinging saddle from Spirit leather, which continues into a leather tank half cover, complete the overall work of art. The tiny auto tail lights disappear without disturbing the line. The disproportionately small wheel under the large rear fender has been replaced with a 180mm Pele on a 5.5-inch wide rim. We also made the front turn signals disappear with our stripe LED turn signal, of course. Together with the Montana mirrors, this gives the front end a historical touch, continued by our GRP fender recall over the white wall tires. Our new custom ignition and clutch covers, along with our Grand Classic power filter and bicolor, provide the necessary nuances. The Jekyll and Hyde silencers deliver a sound that is always legal. Finally, let's not forget the intricate paintwork by Cruise Design. It's not historic because nobody could have done that half a century ago. However, it pays homage to the history that we mustn't forget. Thanks for watching.